Okay, welcome back to a new video, and as always, thanks again for all the huge amount of support. And for today's video, it's going to be ABA, but I'm going to be ranking every single awakening. And this video might take a good minute because there's a decent amount of characters in ABA. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this original video, because so far from what I've seen, nobody has done this sort of tier list before. And if you're wondering how this tier list is going to work, no, I'm not going to be rating how good the awakening is based on their skills. I'm going to base it off the animation work, effects, and overall the time it must have taken to create. And side note, I'm not counting the awakening skills because yes, on one hand, those must have taken a lot of time to create, and the awakening must have been pushed back due to it. On the other hand though, if I did this for every character, some characters that would have been placed low are going to end up being placed high due to their skills carrying them. So I hope you understand why I'm doing it like this. And this video is going to take a lot of work, so leaving a like and a sub to the channel would be highly appreciated. So firstly, let's get into D tier. I could have been more small-minded and added more characters to this section, but if I did that, I would pretty much have almost the whole entire characters on this section of the tier list. But yeah, so these are so far the characters I believe have the weakest effect wise and animation wise awakening in the whole entire game. So let's start it off with freaking Afro Samurai. The only thing he really has is just a freaking aura that just appears when he awakens. He has no animation, he has nothing, it's just a quick aura, that's all. And next we have Zenitsu, pretty much the same, not even the same thing, he just gets a full health bar. It doesn't even show you when he gets a full health bar. He legit just gets a full health bar. He's like Afro Samurai, but it's hard to tell if he awakened or not. Same for Toby, the same thing as Zenitsu, they're basically the same thing. And we have Tanjiro here as well. Tanjiro, like, man, they did my man dirty, to be honest. Tanjiro has like a whole set of animation you could have done for him, but they just give him a little twirl and that's all. It's kind of sad in my opinion. Like, it's really sad. Even though Demon Slayer has like one of the best animations, they really did him dirty. We have Super Dummy. I'm not even sure what Super Dummy does. I don't have the character. I think he just gets the same thing as same thing as Toby and Zenitsu. So yeah. We got, what's his name? Todoroki. Yeah, we have Todoroki here, where he pretty much just does the same thing as Endeavor. Like, they're basically the same thing. I don't put them together because it doesn't matter. This tier list is just to show what section they're supposed to be on. It's not ranking them from like least to worst. They're in the same bubble, so it doesn't really matter. Speaking of Todoroki's awakening, same thing as Endeavor. Like I said, it doesn't matter which side it's on. Endeavor and Todoroki are pretty much the same thing. They just do a little puff chest and that's all. It's barely any work into it. Next we have Krillin. Krillin's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. His awakenings is just weird, I guess. I'm not sure, like out of all the Dragon Ball Z characters, his just feels so less like you're gonna actually awaken. You're just like, oh, I don't know, man, I don't know, it just feels so mid in my opinion. Next we have friggin' Shisui. I'm sorry to say for you Shisui fanboys that his awakening is pretty mid. The only thing that pops up is a freaking glowing effects that's pretty much like Super Saiyan Blue for Vegito. That's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. They could have maybe put like Danzo in here. Danzo would just pop out of nowhere, steal his eye, and he can just freaking, some blood will come out. He have like his hand, he'll have like his hand against his eye. It's like one of his right or left, whichever eye he got stolen, and then he could just have one eye for the awakening. That would have been pretty cool, but you know, these are prestige characters, so Snake didn't care how he made them. He just wanted to make prestige characters. We have Shunsui for the next character. He just does a twirl like Tanjiro, just pretty much a reskin. They're both reskins of each other. That's so lame. We have Sinon, Kirito, and Asuna are the right same reason they're tier list, because they have the same animation. They just freaking glow when they change outfits. So yeah, that's so lazy in my opinion. Even though they have some cool animations, I guess, for their awakening in anime and the manga, maybe I don't know, I guess sneaking them, or I don't know who made the SAO roster. I think it was Par, but Par, you're kind of slacking here. But next we have Naruto and time skip Naruto. Both of them have mid awakenings, because Naruto, the thing I don't like about some of these characters awakening is that you can move their feet. Like, they move their feet because you know how you hold spacebar, so they end up moving their feet, which kind of just, I don't know, it just breaks my immersion when they awaken. If you don't think that's a fair reason why I put them so low in the tier list, it's a reason, because it just breaks their immersion. They're supposed to be awakening, they're supposed to be going to their strong forms, they're supposed to be menacing, but it kind of just lacks when they're just twirling their feet when they're in awakening in the air or just in the ground. It's kind of stupid. Same thing for Naruto, time skip Naruto. Some of the skins for time skip Naruto, for some reason when he awakens, his eyes don't actually awaken well. They end up being so weird because they end up replacing the eyes, but you can tell that the eyes aren't actually that freaking replaced, because it's weird. I'll see if I can find a skin to show you what I mean, but you'll see what I mean if I find a skin. Same thing for Madara and Naruto, pretty much the same animation. They're just reskinned of each other. They just hold their arms together or just hug themselves, whatever it's called, and they just change their eyes. It's kind of mid. Now, some Bleach characters have basically the same awakening, like for they go into their Bankai state. Rukia, Gin, Ichigo, pretty much all of them have the same awakening effect. It's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. They could have put more effort into that, but that was early ABA, so I can't really say nothing. Same for Whitebeard and Kino, whatever his name is. They pretty much just throw the capes. Same for Piccolo. Piccolo should be like right next to them, because they just all throw the capes. Kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. But okay, next we have Deidara. Deidara's awakening is kind of mid because it looks so ugly. Like, he just has his explosions and he just changes outfits. Like, what? Come on, man. They should at least have something fancy for the dude. They already butchered him enough. Sasuke's pretty mid as well. He just changes eyes and just gets some tattoos. It's mid, and he just twirls his feet around when he does it. Kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, that's early ABA for you. Joseph, same thing he's the same thing as what's it called, Zenitsu, Toby, and Afro. Pretty much kind of hard to tell when he awakens, because he doesn't even do nothing. He just gets his awakening instantly. And yeah, the only time you can tell if he awakened was when he freaking pulls out his freaking card, but that's all. Same thing for Ezra. Ezra's same thing as Ezra. Pretty much goes along with Kirito, Asuna, and Sinon. Pretty much just instantly change clothes. Kind of a mid, I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on, man. I feel like most of the characters are Par's main, and he doesn't really want to do the awakening. So I don't know. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. Don't. I'm not trying to start anything. But next we have Sasuke. I don't know. This was kind of hard to say, because Sasuke's awakening is kind of, I don't know, because I know he's a reused asset from NSO, whatever it's called. So they didn't really put work into making Teen Sasuke's awakening. So I'm just gonna put it here in this section, because why not? You can fight me over in the comments, but that's where he belongs. Now we have this was kind of a hard choice to make, because I don't know, he's a new character and all, but I like Raikage. He pretty much has a wasted potential for awakening. He could have had his arm turned off by Sasuke or something like that. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird how they did his awakening. He doesn't even stop to anything. He just instantly pops his awakening. He just instantly pops his awakening. Like, it's nothing new. It's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. They could have done something more for it. Even Killua like awakening is even better than his, because he actually does something. I don't know. That's why I placed him so low. He doesn't even do nothing. He just instantly pops it. Shinji, same thing for Shinji. Like, come on, Shinji. They could have done something for Shinji. All they did was put like a mask over his head, and that's what I'm gonna get into. These like 3 characters: Gojo, Kakashi, and Shinji. These are basically the same reused assets. They put something over the head. Not Sasuke. Kakashi just lifts his freaking headband up. Gojo does the same thing, reuse assets, kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie, Gojo should have been done way better, because you know it's Gojo should have deserved better than this. But yeah, we have Itachi and Luffy. Itachi's sort of mid too. Like, come on, man. Like, it's Itachi of all people. Why would you give him something this so basic? All he does is pretty much just stay in place, and his body just moves around while there's crows summoning behind him. I don't know, man. He was done dirty. Next we have Luffy. I feel like Luffy could have been done better, man. Like, the reason I place Luffy so low is because Grimjaw and Stark have the same smoke effect, but they actually are given animations, unlike Luffy. I mean, Stark can also be placed in this tier list in this section as well, because all he does is sit on the ground. Unlike Grimjaw, he actually does an animation. So I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say, but yeah, it starts going with this the D tier list too, because it's basically the same thing as Luffy, but unlike them two, Grimjaw actually does an animation. But yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion though. Let's get into the C category. Okay, next up on the list is the C tier. Pretty much the first row is just made up of all the same animations. So Goku animation, Trunks animation, Khalifa animation, Hisoka animation, and Goku Black animation, and so on. They all have the same animation for powering up. It's basically the same reused assets. It's kind of lame, but there is some exception to this list. I'll explain in the B tier, but for now, first row, they just have the same awakening. It's not much, but it's better than D tier. At least they have something, and they have decent effects. Like, even though the effects aren't that good than the characters in D tier. But let's go to the second row. We have Kitsugiri. Pretty mid animation, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it could be done better, but hey, that's just fake characters for you. All Might, he does have a little poof effect, but I feel like a certain other character did it better. Bakugo, kind of mid. Same for Deku. They basically have the same awakening. They puff out their chest, but hey, their effects are kind of cool. Bakugo has effects on his hands. You can see his little grenade rockets or whatever they're called. You can see them glowing. You can see the effects on them, which is pretty cool. A little cool detail, and they must put a little work into it. Same for Deku. Main thing carrying Deku is just his effects. And Neo, he just does the same thing as where is Lancer? And Neo, Lancer, and the other Achilles, they basically have the same effect. They just twirl their staff around. The only reason why they're in C tier is because the twirling effect must have taken a while to make. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of sick, but at the same time, it's not much. But hey, it looks kind of sick in my opinion. Yeah, I would have put them B tier, but I feel like that would have been fair, because it kind of seems like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem that special, but that's just me. Next we have Byakuga. I think it's Byakuga. I forgot how to say his name. I feel like he would have been B tier, but the animation is so old at this point that like he's kind of slacking. Like, I would have put him in B tier if they like changed up his animation a bit. It's pretty old at this point, but hey, that's pretty insane for having been like one of the earliest characters in the game. He must have been one of the characters with the sickest animations in, but now compared to other characters, it's kind of slacking. Next we have Ace little fire fist. The only reason why Ace is placed in C tier is because he does a little animation where he just freaking punches the air. I don't know how to say it, but it's a little cool animation, and his hands just go on fire and they stay there. It's pretty cool. Not much, but it's better than D tier. Next we have Ishtar. I feel like Ishtar's awakening could have been better, but hey, she just puts her hands up, crushes the gems, and she gets a power up. It's kind of cool, but not worth going any higher than C tier. Next we have what's it called? The Child. I forgot how to say her name. I honestly forgot this character. I have no idea who the character is, but you know what I mean. The Child. Pretty mid animation, not gonna lie. All he just did is bring out Berserker, and he just did like a growl. Nothing special. Next we have Escanor. Escanor could have been in B tier, but I don't know. They could have animated to where he does like a whole speech and he moves his body around, but I don't know. It just seems kind of mid to me, even though he does say he's like a whole domain. Next we have Zoro. Zoro, really mid in my opinion. He just raises his swords in the air and they get covered in hockey. I don't know, nothing special. I feel like that could have been done better, but I don't know, that's just me. Next we have Yusuke. Yusuke just does a little flash and he transforms. Nothing special. Same for Aizen. Aizen just grabs the just transforms and it just does a weak aura. Like, compared to other characters, it's kind of mid. Next we have Neji. He just does a little pose and that's all. Nothing special. Saber, I don't know, the pose for Saber is just doing one single pose, nothing special, and she just end up, when you hold shifts, she just ends up rooting in the immersion. You're actually awakening to Excalibur, but whatever. But that's how it is. It's nothing special. I feel like it could have been done better. Grimjaw is C tier because, like I said, he actually does an animation for his awakening. He gets rid of his sword and he just gets his claws, but it's pretty cool in my opinion. I like when I awaken with Grimjaw. It's so satisfying, and it's so satisfying hearing the sound effect when he awakens. Saitama and Lemillion have the same reused assets. They both have the same animation, nothing special. I don't know, they could be done better, but that's just my opinion. Pain just smacks the ground and he just gets his clothes ripped. So yeah, and we have, I don't know what his name is. I don't care for the character. I don't know why they added his character, but all he just does is freaking he just touches the ground. He just gets ready to run. That's really mid. So let's go into B tier. Okay, next up we have B tier. Now B tier is gonna be kind of hectic because yes, I do have JoJo characters in here. Main reason why is because they were given poses. They were given good aura effects and all that. It's pretty hard to say if they should be lowered, but in my opinion they should be placed in B tier because they were given good animations for their poses and awakening, like Josuke, Giorno, Young Joseph, and Jotaro and all of them, especially Kira as well. They have Gon on B tier. Gon, I don't know, I've seen Gon's animation so many times. At first it was kind of cool, but as you get more into it, I feel like it could have been done better. All he just does is a pose and he gets a cool a little aura effect, but it's better than most of the characters in C and D tier. I personally like it. It's menacing and all that. It's menacing, so yeah. Aokiji could have been placed in A tier, but whenever you hold shifts, or he just doesn't even matter if you hold shift or not, he just starts moving forward. Like you can see his legs bobbing back and forth. It's just off-putting. It doesn't really bring anything to the awakening. It just makes it lower. If they made him stay still, if they made the character actually stop moving, he would have been placed higher, but the only thing that's holding him back is just him moving during the awakening. And the thing that's keeping him in B tier is just the cool after effects. When he awakens, he gets the air coming out of his mouth. You can see like his hair getting all frozen and all that. It's pretty cool. Kuroto over here, Kuroto, main reason why is because I like the little animation he does. It's pretty unique. It just copies it from the anime, but still it's pretty unique. It's better than the C tier animations, unlike them. I don't know, it just seems better than most of the characters down below. But yeah, next up we have Crocodile. Like I said, they actually went to the trouble of actually creating an animation for his laugh. Same thing for Shanks. The thing I like about Shanks is the camera angles. You can see the camera angles moving around. If they actually updated the hockey color, it would have been cool because you can actually see his hockey forming be menacing. But for now, the only thing that's holding him back with being A tier is just hockey. Like the hockey should be a little more made. Like this shouldn't be like as great. But yeah, Gaara and Zabuza have cool animations. Even though they have the same animations, the effects they have for the animation is pretty cool. We have Ichigo, Hollow Mask, same thing, but he would have been placed higher if, I don't know, if he did more with his awakening. For his ultimate one-shot move, it would have been alright, but for his hollow form when he awakens, if he like did something more, he would have been an A tier. But for now, it's just not keeping up. It can't keep up with A tier. Next we have Gilgamesh. I don't know, just his little laugh and the trouble they went through to making his chair, pretty cool. Nothing much. Shiro, the only reason Shiro is in B tier is because he actually does an animation for his awakening. He does his little arm thing, and then you can see the effects go off when he finishes his speech. Pretty cool. It's better than whatever his name is. I don't know, I don't care anymore. Next we have Kazuma. That's how you say his name? I forgot. It's been a while since I cared about the anime. I don't watch it anymore. I got tired of it. But you know what I mean. His little dance routine he does with his little friends is pretty funny. It's actually more enjoyable than most of the animations done for other characters. But yeah, that's my main reason putting it up here. The animation is pretty funny and it just makes you laugh. We have Kizaru. That's how you say his name. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. But we have him in here. I would have placed him higher, but he doesn't really bring much to the table. He just does a quick TP change. It's pretty cool, but the effects keep him up here. Next we have Sanji. I do like Sanji's awakening. When he transforms, you can see the glow effect. It's better than Yusuke's in my opinion. We have Ryuko next. She has a cool little animation, nothing much, but it's better than all the characters down below. We also have Toshiro. I like Toshiro's animation. He gets his little wings and all that. We have Accelerate's animation is nothing much, but it's better than most. Law's animation is pretty cool. Next up, we have Ikiura. I can't say his name right. I just can't pronounce it, but you know what I mean. Pretty cool effect. It's better than most of each character's effects because all they do is just, I don't know, they just call it Bankai, but unlike, he just gets a little bubble and he gets transformed. It's pretty cool. We have Zoro up here because Zoro actually has animations done for him. The only thing holding him back was just him running, like whenever he, for some reason, when he just holds shift or whatever, he just moves his legs around, just really off-putting. We have Sanji up here, pre-time skip, or we have him up here because he pretty much does that classic, he pretty much does his whole little, he just pretty much does the classic twirl and just gets his feet on fire. It's pretty cool. It's better than most of the animations done down below. We have Yamamoto up here. Only reason we have Yamamoto up here is because he does absorb a little flame. It's cool. It's better than most. We have Yurichi up here too because she does have a good animation. She pretty much has transforms her whole body. Same for Vegeta over here with the blue Super Saiyan. The only reason he's up here is because he is a unique Super Saiyan, even though he has the same animations from the Dragon Ball Z roster. Super Saiyan Blue is pretty cool. Zamazu's up here because he does have a cool animation for his pose and all that, but that's all. I feel like he would have been placed higher if he actually was given something more, but hey, it's better than most. Down below is just mostly quick 1 second transformations. He's actually given a whole speech, but it's better than Iskonor, whatever his name is. Frieza up here because he has a cool animation when he transforms. That pretty much the effects carry the character. So yeah, I feel like B tier is gonna be a little more hate towards me because it is like some characters aren't that good, but hey, I don't know, it's better than most characters in the roster. But yeah. Okay, next up for the A tier, we have Yuji. One reason why is because the animation for Yuji transforming into Sukuna is pretty funny and I like it. He does his little rip shirt off and punches his heart. It's pretty cool. Next we have Big Mom. Big Mom being, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say she should belong here, but when she does her little awakening, she does do some cool animations for it. She hops on Zeus, gets her sword out, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Illumi is pretty cool as well. The little hair tangle thing when he just starts growing Super Saiyan. It's pretty cool. I like it. Usopp up here because I do like it. It's better than All Might's. All Might's kind of lame. Usopp is pretty cool because he does have little signs when he does it, like little pop-out words. Pretty cool. Asta, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I really want to put Asta in S tier, but at the same time, it's nothing special. He just does a big smoke transformation, and I don't know. It's nothing special. It's the same thing as Hollow Ichigo, but Asta has more effects to it. But it's, I don't know. I feel like I could have done S tier, but I feel like he could have done something better. Like he could have dropped his sword, he could have picked it up, and he could have been rage mode. But I don't know, man. I feel like it could have been done. It was like it just needed one more thing to be S tier. Now we have Chica. I do like Chica's little awakening because they did go to the effort of actually animating each of her freaking dance movement. It's pretty dumb how far they went for this character. And yeah, Brody awakening is pretty cool. I don't like how, I don't know, I think it's too much effects. Like if it was probably more simpler, but at the same time it's kind of hard to make Brody's awakening simpler, but it's not at the level as S tier. But yeah, now we have Luffy up here. The only reason why Luffy's up here because it's so well matched with the real anime or manga awakening when he awakens into Gear second. So it's really cool. I like it. It's pretty cool, especially after you awaken, you get the little smoke aura. It's pretty cool. Simple but effective. We have Minato. Minato is pretty cool. He does a little pose, transform into Choco From or whatever it's called. We have Mash. I'd say it belongs up here because they did go the effort of actually creating the stupid castle, whatever she does. It's annoying, but it's pretty cool. Natsu's up here because I do like his awakening. It's better than Gray's. It's better than most of the Super Saiyan characters. He awakens, he gets a little cool aura effect. It's not like a Super Saiyan aura, and especially his little TP dashes. You can see they went through the details of actually creating the little whatever their magic signs on his feet, so you can see like his little TP dashes actually are created by his magic. It's cool. I like it. Next we have a Dio's Awakening was done alright. It's better than most of the JoJo characters down below. Only reason I like it is because you actually see the animation of him sucking the blood of old Joseph, which is cool, and you can see his awakening for him. So yeah, pretty good animation. Next up we have is finally we have S tier. Now you already know the two goats of the new era, Goku rework and Vegeta rework. They are the pinnacle of awakening. This is what the devs should be striving for awakening characters. If I could place them higher, I would place them higher, but there's no point in placing them higher. There's no point. Might as well let them share the spotlight with a few other characters that have been done really well. So yeah, these are the two pinnacle characters devs should be striving for. Next up we have Guts. I love Guts' Awakening. His little roar, his little scream, I like it so much, especially the effects that go with the roar. It's really nice. The eye glowing too, especially the Goblin Slayer skin. I like how they made the Goblin Slayer skin as well. It's so amazing. I love it. Next up we have Tengen, and Tengen's Awakening is really awesome. I do hate how he runs though, because when he runs, you hold shift, he ends up running and ruins the animation of him sitting down. The effects they made for him and the animation they made for him carries him all the way to S tier. The firecrackers, the three girls showing up behind him sitting on the chair, the smile animation he does when he awakens, it's so insane. Next up we have is Par's stupid character that I don't know why he made, but for some reason it has the most stupidest amount of effort put into the animation. Awakening, that it's unreal. I forgot how to say her name. Rika, I'm pretty sure. Rika's animation Awakening is so insanely good for no reason. She does a little dance pose. She does summon her little stupid sword. Her eye patch comes off. You see the glow effect for her eye. And for some reason, I'm not sure if this is for all the maps, but if you're in a certain map, the sky ends up turning dark. Like, it's so cool that they actually made the sky turn dark for it. It's unreal the amount of effort they put into this character. Why? I don't know why Par did that, but okay, man, you get it. If you put this much effort into a character like this, at least put effort into your other characters. Come on, man. It's unreal. Next up we have is Baki. I'm gonna call him Baki because I'm not sure how to say his other name, but Baki's Awakening is pretty alright. I like it. It's simple, but you can see the effects going on. You can see his rage mode. It's really cool. Next we have Poochie. I love Poochie's Awakenings. Green Baby, Made in Heaven, especially Made in Heaven. Made in Heaven was done the most. He was given a new map, an exclusive map for the character, and not to mention the effects for the character were insane. I loved it so much. Rangoku, I had trouble if I should put him A tier or S tier, but at the end of the day I put him S tier because it's really accurate, the amount of effort that put into Rangoku, the animations, the blood coming off of him, the music, the pose, everything was awesome for the character. I really loved it. And finally we have is Misaka. Misaka's animation is really cool. I love it. Even though I hate the character, I love the animation he did for the Awakening. It's really cool. Lightning spawns, she gets a cool animation, she gets like a glowing effect. Really cool. I feel like I should have put an A tier, but the sound effect for the animation was so cool. I don't know, everything felt so in sync with each other. It felt better than Rakage's and Killua's animation compared to her. But yeah, it was awesome. I love it. But that's my final take on this tier list. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I spent all day and all night. I ended up falling asleep during working on this video. So a like and a comment would be appreciated. Let's get to 10K by the end of the year. I know we can do this. And yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.